In this lecture, we're going to look at the popular Python libraries that we use in machine learning projects. The first one is NumPy, which provides a multi-dimensional array. Very, very popular library. The second one is Pandas, which is a data analysis library that provides a concept called data frame. A data frame is a two-dimensional data structure similar to an Excel spreadsheet. So we have rows and columns. We can select data in a row or a column or a range of rows and columns. Again, very, very popular in machine learning and data science projects. The third library is Matplotlib, which is a two-dimensional plotting library for creating graphs and plots. The next library is scikit-learn, which is one of the most popular machine learning libraries that provides all these common algorithms like decision trees, neural networks, and so on. Now, when working with machine learning projects, we use an environment called Jupyter for writing our code. Technically, we can still use VS Code or any other code editors, but these editors are not ideal for machine learning projects because we frequently need to inspect the data, and that is really hard in environments like VS Code and Terminal. If you're working with a table of 10 or 20 columns, visualizing this data in a terminal window is really, really difficult and messy. So that's why we use Jupyter. It makes it really easy to inspect our data. Now, to install Jupyter, we're going to use a platform called Anaconda. So head over to anaconda.com/download. On this page, you can download Anaconda distribution for your operating system. So we have distributions for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So let's go ahead and install Anaconda for Python 3.7. Download. All right, so here's Anaconda downloaded on my machine. Let's double click this. All right, first it's going to run a program to determine if the software can be installed. So let's continue. And once again, continue. Pretty easy. Continue one more time. I agree with the license agreement. Okay. You can use the default installation location, so don't worry about that. Just click install. Give it a few seconds. Now, the beautiful thing about Anaconda is that it will install Jupyter, as well as all those popular data science libraries like NumPy, Pandas, and so on. So we don't have to manually install this using pip. All right, now as part of the next step, Anaconda is suggesting to install Microsoft VS Code. We already have this on our machine, so we don't have to install it. We can go with continue and close the installation. Now, finally, we can move this to trash because we don't need this installer in the future. All right, now open up a terminal window and type Jupyter with a Y space notebook. This will start the notebook server on your machine. So enter. There you go. This will start the notebook server on your machine. You can see these default messages here. Don't worry about them. Now it automatically opens a browser window pointing to localhost port 8888. This is what we call Jupyter dashboard. On this dashboard, we have a few tabs. The first tab is the Files tab, and by default, this points to your home directory. So every user on your machine has a home directory. This is my home directory on Mac. You can see here we have a desktop folder as well as documents, downloads, and so on. On your machine, you're going to see different folders. So somewhere on your machine, you need to create a Jupyter notebook. I'm going to go to desktop. Here's my desktop. I don't have anything here. And then click New. I want to create a notebook for Python 3. In this notebook, we can write Python code and execute it line by line. We can easily visualize our data, as you will see over the next few videos. So let's go ahead with this. All right, here's our first notebook. You can see by default, it's called Untitled. Let's change that to Hello World. So this is going to be the hello world of our machine learning project. Let's rename this. Now, if you look at your desktop, you can see this file, helloworld.ipynb. This is a Jupyter notebook. It's kind of similar to our Py files where we write our Python code, but it includes additional data that Jupyter uses to execute our code. So back to our notebook, let's do a print hello world. And then click this run button here, and here's the result printed in Jupyter. So we don't have to navigate back and forth between the terminal window. We can see all the result right here. Next, I'm going to show you how to load a dataset from a CSV file in Jupyter.